The first thing I'll say is the people I need to the credit goes to these people over here, especially Dr. Sanchez. He made most of the stuff. He made most of this writing over here and everything here, basically. First of all, I need to apologize. Yes, there's a use for figuring this out. There's actually someone that has done it and is doing non-dimensional analysis. And actually, in here, what happens is this stuff actually matters when we have to just use it to reverse engineer things and get it. It works. It's a long, long process, and eventually, I will show how to. Actually, no, I won't. But it works. I'm just gonna say it works. You can get it, uh, because it works. All right. Yeah, we're moving on to here, I think. And then with that said, I need to find space over here. Um, maybe I should show it off. No, 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 no. I shouldn't show off things that are not in the textbook. This is the textbook I'm following, and we are going to stick with it because this is the textbook we're following. So we must stick with the textbook, as I keep on saying. Anyways, we're going to start with this stuff, which now I'm pretty sure we need to use h divided by h plus something or something like that. Right? I will grab the what do they call it? I'll grab the formulation of it and let me see. I need to get HD equal, yeah, this is simple. Like just doing what we were told earlier, which is basically saying, I believe it was HU, that's the upper, plus the VU squared divided by 2, which equals HD plus VD squared divided by 2. Am I missing something? No. And then you're just what's the word? Manipulating just simple algebra to get the rest, and I'm pretty sure you're going to get UD. Yes, UD is what they're looking for. So this is what we're looking for. So what we can do is HD equal HU, right? Plus VU squared divided by 2 minus VD squared divided by 2. Over here, he's probably going to simplify this, and then he's probably going to get use continuity again. And yes, he does, I think. Oh, no, he doesn't actually. Oh, okay, fair enough. So what he does instead is HD equal HU plus VN squared, and then brings out a minus here. And that allows us to do 1 minus VD, which will be plus, so it's going to be VD squared divided by VN squared, parentheses, minus the uno. With that said, we can now divide this by HD, HU, that's 1 minus VU square, HU square, and then this thing follows. What this allows us to do, if you look at this one, HU equals the C, I believe it's PTU. And then with that, we can get everything because this would then equal 1 minus VU square, and we need an A square on the bottom. So what we need from here is we see this, right? What do we need to get the A square? We need a gamma, and then we need the what's again? RGT, right? We have T over here, and then if I remember correctly, RG, yeah, we'll just put a RG on top, and then we'll use we need a gamma, so we'll put a gamma on top. So we can put an RG and a gamma, and then we can put CPT, parentheses, the everything else, which then equals 1 minus RG gamma divided by Mach number, and then this would be Mach number is this thing. So we have CP on the bottom, and then we have everything else. And from this, we can get 1 minus, I believe it was CP minus CV, parentheses alpha, CP, Mach number, UN, I believe, square, and then it's everything else. And then this equals 1 minus, uh, I think it's 1 divided by gamma, I believe, but that doesn't seem right. Something is wrong. What did I do wrong? This is supposed to give me a 2. Where did I miss a 2? Here's supposed to have a 2 over here. Okay, that's where I missed it. There's a 2 over here. And obviously, then we see that we can get CP CV equal gamma, right? Oh, it's not showing. There we go. So CP equal gamma CV, I guess. So CV 2, and then gamma goes away, CP minus CV, everything else follows. And with that said, let me just move down over here. And with that said, we can do 1 minus gamma minus 1 divided by 2, and it's going to be Mach number UN squared. Then it's going to be UN squared, I think, divided by U. D, I think. Did I get that one right? No, it's the opposite way. Okay. Memory fail. We're going to do a whole review anyway, so to make sure I know everything. Okay, there we go. Check mark. Okay, with that said, we got the second part done, so we're good with that one. All right, this was check mark, check mark, check mark. We did that earlier. How do you get this next? How the hell did you get that? This is by the property of CP, and then how do you get this part? Uh, This obviously has something to do with it. But there is something extra over here. And then if this is equal to this, and this must be the rest of this part over here, which I can only think of one equation, which is ID. No, I'm not overcounting. What could give me UD? 1.7, 1. Let me check this. 7, okay. So 1.10. What did I do? I know where this came from. That came from here. Density. I should know this honestly. Uh, it's from 12 and 1. Substituting 1. I didn't drag 1 in, so let me just bring up the uh PDF. Ah, I'm stupid. It is due to the continuity equation. Clearly. Uh, yes, I am a moron. Yeah, obviously it's continuity. What am I thinking? Oh, yeah. Let me just explain what's going on. Where should I do it? Over here? Yeah, over here seems nice. Let me just make a bar over here and quickly do this stuff. So really over here, what's happening is HU over HD, I think, which equals TU over TD because CU equals CP TU. And then as you can see, this is it's like 6 o'clock right now, which is why I've been working on never mind, I don't need to say it on camera. This equals and I'm really caffeinated right now. It's too much coffee, I guess. Jittering around everywhere. So yeah, so we have this from last time. 1 minus gamma Mach number. I don't remember. So I have to look it up again. Yeah, my tablet. I can see this. Okay. So it's a UN squared parentheses UD minus. Okay, is it right? I don't know if it's right. I did it wrong. Okay, UD n squared divided by UN. As you can see, I'm trying to speed run this because I need to get into a bleak shock. I don't know why. There's a reason for that. And then there's oh right, I need to show why is P pressure. How did he get to P rho P? Okay, it's because of temperature, right? Temperature it can be written as gamma T equal RG, right? Equal gamma P over rho, right? If you think about it, if you put this in here, you get this part right here because the top one will give you PU over PU, and then the bottom one will give you this rho D, which equals that, and then this part equals that, but this part goes into the UU. Oh, does that not show? My apologies. UU equal that, which is rho DUD, which gives you, if you go up here, this thing goes to you rho D over rho U, which equals, let me see. Okay, so that goes to UU UD, right? And then that's how you get to UU UD. Did I get this correct? Let me double check. It's correct. Yes, you no. Oh, I flipped it. How did I flip it? Did I make a mistake? Oh, because I flipped this, and this is supposed to be D and U, and then this is supposed to be D and U, and then this is supposed to be D, this is supposed to be D, and this is supposed to be U and U, and then that would mean this is D, D, U. Yeah. Okay, made a mistake there. That's fair. Okay, but we got this check marked. Next one, equating 1.13 over here. What's happening over here and doing this? Ah, so because the opposite side of here, this must be equal. Okay, yeah, that's true. And then you're dividing it to simplify to this. That's a lot of algebra. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. I don't know how to do that, but I'm guessing it's not that impossible. But I'm starting to realize I need to do it this way. I need to move this over here so I can actually see what I'm freaking doing while I'm doing it. So that's not fair for me if I can't see it. All right, see what I'm trying to solve for or to prove. Not because I mean, people have done. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Let's just do it. Okay, so first of all, we have our what equation again? HU, right? It's H. I think it was HD or HU, HD over HU, right? Which equals. Let me erase this. I can't really read that. Okay, which equals 1 minus gamma MUN squared parentheses UD over U minus 1 parentheses block. And then with that said, this must equal the other side because of. I think that's wrong. Yeah, it's supposed to be U and D over U. Okay. So with that said, the other side says what about a t? The t equation should give me something. No, it's 1 minus gamma minus 1 divided by 2 mun squared, parentheses un parentheses squared minus 1. With that said, you're trying to get this portion over here, which is called ud over u. Okay. So with that said, let me look at this. 1 minus gamma minus 1 divided by 2 mun squared parentheses un squared minus 1. Oh, that would be worse, but I don't think this is actually that. Is it that? I don't understand how. Oh, I see what's the difference. It's the square. And how the hell did he solve it? Okay, so if you simplify this, how do you simplify this equation? The difference between the bottom and the front is the gamma minus 1 divided by 2 and the gamma, and that the in between is squared. Huh. Now, what this tells me is there's some algebra that I need to do. Okay, that's fair. But yeah, I do not know the algebra yet. So in the worst case scenario, we need a 2 out on the bottom. So why don't we multiply this 2 out over here? Because in any case, we need to get that 2 out. And this is by looking, this is reverse engineering it. So we know something, but we don't know how to get it. So this is actually the wrong, not the right way, but yeah, I mean, we're engineers. We're not scientists that has to like, you know, be a master class at this stuff, right? So we can look at the final like equation and reverse engineer, right? I don't know. We're engineers, right? We're allowed to do that, right? I hope so. Anyways, so this is gamma minus 1 then, and then it's going to be parentheses. And gamma minus 1 is what we're looking for on the top, so we're good. Mun squared, and then parentheses ud over un squared minus 1 gamma. So what this tells me is that this is right, and this is right, and this needs to cancel out the bottom whenever we do. So the bottom is looking for gamma plus 1. Okay, so we have a gamma over here, and then we need a plus 1 somehow. Now, hear me out. If I do this over here and do 1, and then we do a, what do we call it? We do a minus gamma mun squared parentheses ud un, okay. And then this will be plus u mun squared, right? Right. That doesn't help me at all. Maybe it does actually, I don't know. The bottom is supposed to be this, so what does that accomplish? It doesn't accomplish me anything. What am I supposed to do with this stuff? Did I do this wrong or something? Uh, well, you have a un on the Hmm. No, I think I did this wrong. So instead of doing it this way, am I supposed to expand it and figure it out? Because this seems wrong. Okay, if this is wrong, we'll just play with the numbers until we get the right answer. And I have until like 7 to get the right answer. So 7 a.m. or whatever. Because I'm not editing this one because I'm lazy right now. I am not gonna edit this shit because I'm too tired to do that right now. I just want to figure this out. Fuck. Did I even write this right? 1 minus gamma. Oh my. Whatever. Minus 1. Okay, we did write it correctly. The result in that. Okay. Oh, I'm a dumbass. This is a quadratic. Moron. Just use a quadratic formula. Hey, that was the most idiotic thing I ever done. So gamma minus 2, right? Oh, I'm such an idiot, man. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. But anyways, at least as you live, you learn. We're just gonna call this I don't know what you call it, x, because that's how I was taught every time we did this stuff. So we're just gonna move on with it, and then we're just gonna do. I can't believe I didn't see this. Anyways, I'm going to minus x because it's moving over here, and then plus, uh, okay, it's not plus. What I'm talking about is minus. Gamma mun squared, parentheses x squared minus x, parentheses. And we're just going to call this, okay, we're just going to call this b. We're just going to c. So we have minus b x squared minus b. What is this? Did we move? Oh, this equals 0. Minus x, right? Because that happened. And this is b, right? So minus c x squared minus x. If I get this wrong, I'll just be pissed. Because I don't know why I'm pissed. It's my failure of this. No, I shouldn't be pissed. I should be. I don't know what I should be. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. So 1 minus b, and then minus b minus c, x squared minus 2x equals 0. So we can now do a, b, c, and then we'll just do a delta on there. And then that would be b delta plus or minus square root of b delta squared minus, oh, I'm not showing this off. It's just a little bit of algebra. B delta squared 4ac, so ac divided by 2a bar, which is then going to be b -2, so it's going to be 2 plus or minus square root of 4 minus 4 parentheses negative, so it's going to be negative b minus c. Maybe I should have better do this, but then c is, what the fuck am I doing? Did I even do this correctly? This feels like I'm bumbling here. But I know it's correct. That's how they said it. Like use the quadratic equation to get this. So no wonder. Okay, yes, this is how you do it. But do I approve of the way they did it? Because I feel like this is so simple. This is not supposed to be long. Oh well. I mean, that's the only way I can solve it, I think. Why do I feel like there's an easier way? Excuse me. There must be an easier way to solve this stuff. Unless I'm tripping here. And we have 30 minutes to figure this out. Gamma to MUD x squared minus 1, which is going to be minus x plus, oh, there we go. There's a mistake. All right. No, that's, yes, because you move over here. So this thing goes over here, it's going to be a plus because that's plus. And then you have x. Why do I have x squared here? It's supposed to be, no, this x squared because of x. Okay, we messed up. That's the reason why it was so complicated. There's no way that would have been that. Otherwise, why would the algebra be? Yeah, something off about the algebra. Anyway, that plus turns this into a plus. And yeah, I hope I got all the algebra correct, but that's supposed to be a plus. C1 minus B, parentheses 2, negative B plus C. Oh, maybe I got it right the first time. Anyway. Now, this seems like I'm doing it wrong. This doesn't look right. I mean, I'm sure. Oh, wait. 2 over here, and then 2 over here. So we did definitely do it right, I think. Okay. And then there's plus and minus here, so yeah. I hope I did it correct. Okay, so I did get it wrong. That's the final equation. So with this, I can get the quadratic here, I think. So this is minus 1 minus c, which is going to be plus plus, which is going to be 1 plus c. I'm starting to think there might be an easier way to do this, and I'm just really doing the harder way. But square root of 4, I know b, which is, yeah, no, there's definitely an easier way. Like, there's no way that this is the right way to do this shit. Do this. Like, the quadratic formula, yeah, I can do, but there's no way they're doing that, right? Ah, there's a hint. This happened. The solutions are ud equal ud. What does that mean? Ah, that's x over here. Oh, they give you the hint. So x can equal 1, which means x minus 1 is one solution, which is trivial. And then you have everything else. Okay. So that hint is like is the key point here. So what I can do now is come over here and divide everything by x minus 1, right? Am I tripping? I think that's what he wants us to do. Excuse me. Yes, I think that is how he wants us to solve this. That's the only way I can think about that would make sense here. And x minus 1, where would that x minus 1 come from? Well, to be fair, if that's true, it's the quadratic formula. So I don't really need to divide. I just have to like match. And how I match is a little weird, but I know for a fact now that 1 is correct. So 1 divided by 1, that means that's 1 plus b is the solution here. Because it has to be, because what's saying over here is that this has to be a minus over here, right? So the other solution must be like this to make it work. Am I tripping? No, this must be in play to make it work because you have a 1 plus b, right? And you have a minus 1. This over here in the box form will give you x minus 1, which the solution is 0, which is x equal 1, which you said was trivial, so that is one solution. And then over here, because this is 1 also, that means c minus b over here is one solution over here, which basically means c minus b x plus 1 plus b, it has to equal 0, which is the solution then. There you go. There's the other solution, I think. Now, is that the right way to solve it? Probably not, but it should work theoretically. If my math is not flipping bad, it's gonna be gamma mun square. Wait, how would you write this x? Well, that will make it x equal, let me just write this again, equal negative C minus B, and 1 plus B. What is B? B is that, oh, I think I got it. That is how you do it. So 1 plus B, let me double check what that is. But I think that does give you everything I need. 1 plus gamma minus 1 divided by 2 mun squared divided by C, which is C is gamma, and it has to be negative here, but gamma mun squared minus gamma minus 1 divided by 2 mun squared plus. And does that make sense with whatever we had earlier? Yes, I think everything adds up now. So with that said, let's simplify over here. Now we have a 2 plus gamma minus 1 parentheses mun squared divided by, well, we can do a little bit of trickery over here, which is blah blah blah. Uh, Gamma minus 1, and then to the bottom one. It should be, I shouldn't be struggling with this. This is elementary math. What the hell? So it's mun over here squared, and this is gamma plus gamma minus 1, which we divide by those 2 gamma minus 1, which is wrong. What the hell did I do wrong? I know I did my box vector correct. All right, I multiply everything. Oh, shit. So I did 2 over here and 2 over here, which is 2 gamma over here, but there's a minus over here because of that over here. So that would mean there's a minus plus over here, which means that this is gamma, so this gamma, oh, here it is, gamma plus 1. There we go. I was losing my mind. There we go. Oh, okay, we're good. I was about to say I was losing my mind there. All right, that worked. All right, we can put a check mark on that. That was a hard question, but thankfully the professor gave a hint over here, so this is good. All right, now the next one is just the reverse of that. You just inverse it. This one I'm really confused. How do you get this one? Probably up over here. Yeah, I think you just divide. Yeah, and there we have another confusing one that you really need to know. Um, I know the professor said something about this being two separate things. So let me look at this again. It's UN. Oh shit, I know it's almost 7. Oh, here, these two must be it. These two plug in here. Yeah, that's how to do it. P over here, this thing, yeah. This thing shows that this is going to be this portion over here without the 1. And this thing is rho, so it's the opposite one over here. But because it's UN, you inverse this and you get that. This is just plug and chug, actually. Not hard. All right, next part. What is this? MUN, PUD, P rho, MUN. Looks like something over here. Because I see this. No. I see this. Okay. This looks like this. But it's not. Yes, that's the value Mach number squared. Oh, where do you get this stuff? Oh, but the only BD is over here, so we must start from here. Yeah, must be. And then you row like this. That's the Mach number. I'm definitely gonna redo this later when I have time. Right now I'm just speed running listening. Here, you have a D over here. So he, on the other hand, using model, we can calculate the, I see. So you use this, you plug this in and use relationships to get this form. Okay, yeah. Because this looks like this over here. And this, so they manipulate this version over here with A. You see there's A squared. So there must have been a relationship in A squared. Yeah, that makes sense. Because with this, you can, what you can do is you have an equation for U, right? So what happens is that you have to divide by a u square, and then it is a d square here. Divide, and you can do that by using this, and I believe it'll be just invert divide, and you can get it. Because you see over here that you have this over here, right? Which is just getting this form, and this cancels out this one, and then you get this on the bottom. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, that's just algebra manipulation. And then this is also just plug and chug from over here, and you can plot it, I think. That was, if I remember correctly. I kind of want to, I'll explain this later on, but I kind of want to go into this topic over here real quick, if it load. And then we'll come back to some of these harder, some of these algebra later, but I do have to go soon, so we have to get ready and everything. So uh, we will just skip down to here, which is going to be propagation over here. Let's overload. So over here, propagation. What's happening here is that you have a bunch of equations and you're just plugging chugging to get to what you want over here. And that's basically what they do, if I remember correctly. And then you get the final answer. That's it. Now, yeah, I should probably do this. And this is going to take a while, if I remember correctly. Um, hmm, okay. Yeah. Anyways, it's gonna be a little laggy, but we'll do it right now. Actually, we have a few minutes here, so we can definitely do this real quick and how to derive it. the first thing you have to do is do, I believe it was called epsilon equal m1 n squared minus 1, which epsilon is greatly less than that. And okay, so I need to look up the equations again, which I don't remember where that equation is. Let me look at the other one. You have to go all the way back. I'm using my tablet to go back to the original page, I think. Yes, here it is. PD over PU is the gamma. I'm gonna have to screenshot this, man. This is not something you can just do. You really need to erase that thing though, because that's just cringe. Over here we have this. It's laggy because of it's in the morning. Sometimes it doesn't have the best ability to see things, but figures has a lot of algebra, and all of them takes a lot, but this one takes a lot of algebra because I'm realizing that you're already going to a square over here and so forth, so forth, and you're simplifying everything. It's a lot of work. Will eventually get it. Will get third order because it looks like I don't. I think this is already third order, right? So what will happen because the fourth order doesn't appear because right? Because the square root of 2, the square root of 3, and that'll be too much, so you have to cut over here, and you should be fine with these, I think. I'll eventually get it, do that all the algebra.